going through the forest right now. My shoe. No, there's so many bugs in here. Oh my gosh, we made it. We literally made it. Hey! As a group. I just swatted you in the face. What the heck? What is this? There's a roller coaster. Alright guys, I just want to establish this. This is one of the weirdest places I've ever been. Same. What is this?
It's mental.
We're going up like a treehouse made out of car doors.
Kind of like a Burning Man scene.
Yeah.
First in Cambodia.
I think Burning Man's a good comparison. I don't know why I'm on here, but we're gonna go for a ride. I hope I don't get sick. I hate spinny rides. There are so many people, aggressive people too. Look at this guy. Oh! Oh! Oh my god! I ran him over! Let's see. Oh my gosh! He got run over by everyone! Oh!
What are you watching?
This is ridiculous! So it's time to head home. Good morning guys, we have just woken up. It's like 1 and we got back from the jungle party really late last night. I don't feel 100%, but luckily we're in a beautiful place right now and we're gonna go enjoy the sun. The lads are in full swing. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Well, our cleaning lady had a good laugh when I called it morning because yeah, it's 1:30. Check this out. Let's go get some breakfast. Oh, Ronnie, you're in luck, man. Ronnie loves a good playground. It's one of his favorite things. Check out his Instagram account, Playground Heroes. This here is the staple of Southeast Asia, fried rice and chicken. Basically, whenever you're doubting whether the food will be good, get fried rice and chicken. They basically can't screw it up. So right now it's beautiful golden hour. We have not left our room like at all today. I've been doing a little bit of work, but to be honest, it's a bit of a waste of a day, which is unfortunate. It's the other reason I don't really drink much. But we're gonna make the most of it. We're gonna get the sunset, so we're actually heading to the beach now, and I wanted to do a Q&A to fill up today's vlog. We'll also show you guys the beautiful Sihanoukville beach and make the most of this incredible lighting right now. We've had nothing but beautiful weather every day. So lucky to be here right now. All right, so we're chasing the sunset, literally. We probably have like 45 minutes now. It's a little tight for time, but we're also like a good 15-20 minutes outside of Sihanoukville.
I was stressing about money for my rent, but the money that I spent last night with my friends.
This is what it's all about. My favorite thing to do when traveling is to find the best beaches. This is so nice. I don't know, like for some reason, I never knew Cambodia had this side of it. Like I saw it in photos and that's what made me realize it. But when I was here last time, I just associated it with very much like kind of like jungle and temples. But it has a really, really picturesque beach scene to it as well.
So many lights with us tonight, night. Don't let them go to waste. Look into my eyes, it's gonna be alright. Tomorrow's gonna be okay. One moment, one shot. That's all we got. One moment, one shot.
Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed that cinematic sequence. You should have seen us. We were literally sprinting around the beach, setting up gimbals, setting up drones, but I think the results speak for itself. What did you think of the shots, Ronnie?
I think it'll be beautiful.
Check out the magnificent colors in the skies. The sun has now set. I sent out a message on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and you guys have flooded me with many questions. So I'm sorry if I don't answer your question, and I'll definitely leave it open for maybe doing some more Q&As in the future. So the first question is a really good one. When you were a new YouTuber, were there any other YouTubers you were inspired by, and where do you see yourself in 2 years? So when I actually started YouTube, I had never watched any YouTube videos before. Like, I didn't have anyone I followed. I just thought of YouTube as a platform for cat videos. So when I started, I had no inspiration, but I must say that if I were to kind of say one creator who I really enjoyed watching, it would have been Casey Neistat. These days I'm so busy it's hard to follow him. Probably one of my bigger inspirations on the YouTube platform. Where do you see yourself in 2 years? I want to see myself just going to beautiful places and sharing it with you guys, constantly trying to push the quality in the vlog, trying to improve the videos, and I also see myself having several businesses by then. There's one that I'm really excited. I'm not ready to announce what it is, but I'm actually going to be making a brick and mortar business in different countries, and I want to build out that business probably in the next 3 years. And I want to have travel guides for each of the major Southeast Asia travel locations like Thailand, Philippines, Indonesia, Cambodia, Vietnam, Laos. So those are things that I'll be working on extensively in the next couple of years. What's your weirdest habit? I have a horrible habit of biting my nails, but my weirdest habit is probably like when I'm thinking or I'm really focused, I tend to put my tongue to the side like this. And so when I'm really focused, Laura will always kind of like poke fun at me because I'll have my tongue out like that. Charlie asked, what made me start what I'm doing here today? And I got into YouTube because I did a school exchange to Bangkok. I thought it would be awesome to make some GoPro videos and store those as memories for myself for when I'm older, or to be able to share them with friends and family. And so it was purely a hobby. Through making these videos, I found a passion for filmmaking, and through going to Bangkok, I found my passion for traveling. So I found these two things, and then I started working full-time in Vancouver, Canada. I had a really hard time accepting the corporate world, and so I quit that job and decided to do YouTube full-time, and that's led me to where I am today. It's been a real thrill ride. I can't believe that I get to do this as a full-time job. It's a true blessing. I'm very fortunate and very grateful for this opportunity. Any tips for new filmmakers? And I definitely have lots of tips, but I want to keep it short. My number one tip is this. You need to make lots and lots and lots of videos. The only way you get better is by making videos day in, day out, watching tutorials on YouTube. And yes, camera equipment is important, but the focus needs to be on making your skills better, and that's done by making videos. Even if it's on a point and shoot camera, you are learning just by making videos with that. So the next question is, when I started, how did I make money and how was I able to keep traveling? Well, I actually have a lot of videos that kind of explain that. I'll have it linked down below if you're curious and you want to hear the real story, because it's a long one. But essentially, I just kept my costs as low as possible by traveling to places in Southeast Asia, and I slowly started to earn money through social media. The next question is, how long did it take to hit 1K subs? That probably took me about 6 months maybe. I honestly don't even know, because I wasn't really paying attention to subs when I started. And that's like also a number one tip for people to get on YouTube is like, if you treat this as your career, when you get out the gate, you're gonna have a really rough time. This is a slow building process. Like I said, I hit 1K subs in maybe about half a year, and that was because the videos I was posting weren't as good as they are these days. So they didn't attract as many people, they didn't get as many views, and it just takes a while to establish yourself on YouTube. And that kind of segues into another great question, which is, what are the setbacks of doing YouTube? There's honestly a lot of things that go on behind the scenes that you guys wouldn't know about, you wouldn't think about. Like anything in the world, there's no perfect job. With being a YouTuber, I think the biggest setbacks can be sometimes controlling your happiness, because there are so many ups and downs in this process. I mean, when a creator is doing this full time, they kind of ride on their views. And so when engagement's high, I feel like I'm high. When engagement's low, I'm in a low. And that's a really tough thing to deal with, because sometimes there's outside things that you cannot control, and YouTube is a learning process, so you will have times when your channel feels like it's nosediving, and it's hard not to take that personally, to get concerned about where you know, the future is going to be. But at the end of the day, you know, it is an amazing thing to be able to work remotely, work anywhere in the world, to be able to have an amazing and engaged audience is truly a beautiful thing. So for every setback, there's 10 great things. So the milkshakes have just arrived, and this question is, What's your favorite location to travel and why? I would have to say, as someone who's no longer a beginner traveler, I like the Philippines a lot. It's probably my #1, and the reason is you can have your own adventures, you can meet people, but it's not too touristy, and it's just downright beautiful. This here is a really good question. Ben Keeley asked, can I be fan of the day? The answer is no. So this question here is, what gear do I pack with me when I'm traveling? And I want to keep it short because I have made packing videos before. But to focus on camera gear, I bring my Canon 5D for photos, I bring my A7S II for video, I bring my drone, of course, for aerial photography, and then I have my GoPro, my Canon G7X, which is good for casual vlogging or nights out when you're scared that your camera could get broken. Bring my MacBook, which is a 2014 spec'd out to the max, 15-inch laptop, and I bring a slew of hard drives so I can store all these files. As far as clothing goes, I don't really have a formula. I just always underpack, especially when I go to places like Southeast Asia, because you can buy t-shirts, you can buy sandals, you can buy anything you need here for cheaper than back home. What was the lowest point I've ever been in, and how did I get through it? My lowest point would definitely have been when I got back from traveling after 8 months and I started working full-time in the 9 to 5. There's no other word for it. I was depressed and I wasn't enjoying what I was doing. I was so demotivated to get out of bed in the morning because I just felt like I was being part of a giant system. I was a cog in the wheel, and I hate that feeling. I hate having repetitiveness in my life, and so that for me was a low. Like, there's no better way to get out of a low than to change the conditions you're in, and for me that meant quitting my job, meant getting rid of my lease and packing up my bags and going to Thailand with a one-way ticket. How do I upload videos while traveling? That can be a massive struggle sometimes. The Philippines, it was horrendous. Like, the Wi-Fi in the Philippines is the worst in all of Southeast Asia, and Southeast Asia doesn't always have the best internet. Cambodia is actually surprisingly amazing for Wi-Fi, so for us we can upload a video in like an hour, which is amazing for Southeast Asia. And then when I'm places like the Philippines, like literally I tend to leave my laptop open overnight so that the video can upload, and sometimes it takes as much as 8 hours, sometimes it can take a full day at the very worst. So it just depends where you are. Usually it's done in my hotel at night, overnight as I sleep. So this question here is, have I bought all my camera gear myself or has it been sponsored? The only sponsored equipment I ever got has been my GH4 Panasonic. Thank you so much. You guys are the best. Honestly, that is my favorite camera ever. Even though I don't currently use it, it's still my favorite camera, and I'm really kind of leaning towards going to the GH5, which is coming out soon. Other than that, I have purchased all my own stuff. Often I like to look at stuff secondhand because you can save a lot of money that way, so I use stuff like Craigslist or Kijiji, whatever system you have back home. That is where I have been investing a lot of my profits. If you guys haven't noticed, I've accumulated a lot of really nice camera gear, and that did not happen easily. There's a lot of hard-earned money that has gone into the camera that you're looking at right now, and the ones in my bag, so, and new drones, which seem to be breaking quite often these days. Alright, this question is a great one. If you could take only one photography item with you, what would it be? That's tough, but I think that I would probably take my GH4, because with that 14 to 140 lens, it is the most versatile camera in the entire world. It gives you the wide angle and it gives you the incredible zoom, has amazing battery life, and yeah, that would be my one camera to bring with me. Plus it's super small and portable. Also, if you want to hear more about my camera equipment, I have the video linked down below. Definitely check that out. It's super helpful if you're looking to get yourself a camera and get started in the YouTube game. When is Stein going to be back in the vlogs? Very soon. So last question of the Q&A, where do I see myself in 10 years, and do I see myself settling down, and like where? That's really so hard for me to analyze that, because honestly I'm a rather last minute person. I like to take things day by day. I like to, as I call it, getting lost, just kind of go with the flow. So the 10-year spectrum is very, very much impossible for me to predict. I definitely can say that marriage will be in that time frame. Where will I live? I love living around friends and family, so as much as I like Vancouver, I don't love the weather, and so it makes it hard to say I'll live in Vancouver, but I probably will live in Vancouver. But I also see myself having like a second home somewhere that I visit frequently, and maybe that would be something like a Bali or maybe Thailand. The reason I don't say the Philippines is because unless they get like Wi-Fi that works well, I just couldn't live there. And other than that, I mean, I definitely will have lots of businesses up and running by then. I'm like a serial entrepreneur. I love working on new projects, and I definitely have a few up my sleeve that I'm really excited about that I hope will be thriving by the 10-year point. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for sending in all the questions, and make sure you're following me on Snapchat, Instagram, on Twitter. It's at Lost LeBlanc, it's all the same, and on Facebook as well, Lost LeBlanc. It's a really great way to stay up to date so you can see these questions and know when videos are going out. Please leave the video a big thumbs up. I really appreciate when you leave thumbs up. It really helps the videos perform better on YouTube, so please keep doing it. Hit the subscribe button if you're new, and guys, let's get lost again tomorrow.
Fan of the day.